Bang, bang! Welcome in, everybody, to the Booty Scoot Racing channel, live here from the Nashville Speedway Fairgrounds for the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Division race number 7 of 10. The playoffs are 2 weeks away. Starting tonight, we will have our final 8 championship drivers crowned. Getting ready to battle it out for the championship here in the next 3 races. But they'll have to go through the fairgrounds tonight. The 0.60 mile length short track oval base right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be one hell of a show. We got a heat race underneath our belt for you with 125 laps underneath the book. Ladies and gentlemen, get you down here on the main broadcast where Freddie the Flagman has the flag in the air for the qualifying session. He is waiting for a couple more drivers to finish it out. Here's what we are hearing from the admin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Division, race number 7 of 10, Christmas Showdown. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. But before we kick off today's holiday, we do want to break the broadcast stream here tonight with some breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier last week, Greg Biffle lost his life in a tragic plane crash. Today would have been his 56th birthday. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the moment of silence as we thank the life of Greg Biffle. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like the qualifying session results are in, and I'm giving the okay to go ahead and show you the results. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Fulford on the pole here tonight for the late model stock division at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, and he will be on the pole here part-timer, so he is not implicating anything here tonight when it comes to the playoff implication and or point standings. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody below looks like going to be Nicholas Maynard, the final cut line there. He will advance to the A main event automatically on time. The top 6 drivers will. That'll leave guys like looks like going to be Mike. No, we'll see here. I'm not sure exactly who. Yes, it'll be Adam Peeler on the pole here for the heat race. This will be the last chance qualifying heat race here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, live here in Nashville, Tennessee. We'll go ahead and get those driver introductions right here to you. The driver number 27, Nurse Aviator late model on the front row here tonight. From Landrum, South Carolina, that's going to be Adam Peeler. He'll share the front row on the outside with the number 6 of Zach Evans. The second row belongs to Corey Rips High Tessner on the outside with Chase Johnson on the inside. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Doyle and the Magic Man, Greg Wharton, will shake out that third row, the Magic Man riding around in the Greg Biffle throwback scheme. Michael Johnson and Mike Doyle out here. They'll round out one of the rows side by side here. Michael Johnson looking to walk his way into the playoff system here tonight as he is currently on the cut line trying to make something shake here tonight in Nashville. Greg Wharton from Thomasville, Dakota Pignataro from New Bern driving this number 99 late model. He'll shake out. Looks like going to be the 7th place spot here. Timothy Conrad going to back out the back half of the field. It looks like going to be Colton Brooks from Moxville, North Carolina, and the number 13 late models. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me if I could ever get my words off here. Gladly appreciate you tuning out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll bring up tonight's keys of the race as things get ready to get down and dirty here tonight in Nashville. Hope you brought your favorite instrument to play. The Music City's getting ready to rumble. And ladies and gentlemen, one 15-lap heat race, 10 points going to the winner. Some of these guys right there on the cut line needing every point possible. We'll have those right here in front of your screen. Everybody in yellow is currently locked into the championship. 8 drivers advancing to the championship finale here. Well, the championship playoff races here in a couple of weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Nicholas Maynard, Mike Doyle with the 16-point gap. It's going to be the battle to watch here tonight. Heading off the corners of turns 1 and 2 at the fairgrounds for the Christmas Showdown, live here in Nashville, Tennessee. Peter the race car has Adam Peeler, Zach Evans, and 9 others right behind him, getting ready to shake out the last chance qualifying heat race. You found it, you wanted it, you watched it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to go racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Just want to go ahead and remind you, if you're watching live now, don't want to go ahead and watch the entire race, everything will be posted over to the top right portion of your screen on the YouTube channel. However, we will have a loop stream going on the TikTok, so don't be worried. Just tune in anytime you can. It'll be currently repeating. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have 15 laps to figure out who's going to display the 7th place on back in the main event for the Christmas Showdown. Got 10, looks like 11 cars out here getting ready to shake out tonight's last chance qualifier. And key here, folks. We'll take everybody out of this last chance qualifier. Nobody will go home because we did not get 20 plus cars out here tonight. The lights are off on top of the pace car, indicating to me as the broadcaster that we are getting ready to go racing here tonight in in Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, green flag in the air here. Here we go. We're racing in the Music City for the last chance qualifying race for the I-85 Asphalt Series. Adam Peeler takes him down into turns 1 and 2, side by side with Zach Evans. Look at the advantage off the exit of turn 2. Ripping through the gears. Contact me down trouble off turn 2. Greg Wharton hard in the outside, safer barrier. So goes Colton Brooks. Hard in the inside, safer barrier, ladies and gentlemen. We'll back that ass up here for the instant replay. Lap number 1, turn 2. We have 2 drivers in trouble. That's going to be the number 96 throwback machine of Greg Biffle of Greg Wharton. Greg Biffle, you get it kind of there. You got to be like Biff, but not wreck the race car. Colton Brooks, like he may have been involved in this accident as well. We'll back that ass up for the instant replay. Take a look and see exactly what happened here. Colton Brooks in the new River late model down on the bottom side of the racetrack right behind Greg Wharton. Does he even give Greg Wharton a chance off the corner? No, he doesn't. Bumps right into him. A hard 360 for the 3M number 96 late model. Ladies and gentlemen, what a shot right there for Colton Brooks. We'll back that ass up, see if we can't ride out the front nose of the number 13 late model and take a look and see exactly what happened here. Just gets up at the gas, turns right into the number 96, ships him around hard on the inside, safer barrier. And the caution flag flies quick and early here in the Nashville Fairgrounds, and doesn't look like much damage to Colton Brooks' machine. Greg Wharton, all kinds of torn up here. We'll be back in just a moment. Stick it right here. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel underneath the caution flag here in the LCQ race for the last chance qualifying chance to get into tonight's A main event. And what these drivers just don't know is the admin has went ahead and said for the Christmas Showdown, everybody will make tonight's main event. Look at these beautiful race cars. Tons of guys out here in Christmas schemes. Guys like the 00 of Mike Doyle shaking and baking the Christmas spirit here. Ladies and gentlemen, if it's past the 12 o'clock hour where you're at, happy Christmas Eve to you. You better get to bed. Santa Claus, excuse me, will be here before you know it. Ladies and gentlemen, caution flag there after a vicious shot to the heart. Inside safer barrier for Greg Biffle's throwback machine of Greg Wharton. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like he'll retire from tonight's LCQ race, and so will Colton Brooks. He'll be parked by the I-85 Asphalt Series admin here for the LCQs. Not playing around here tonight in Nashville. That's the kind of likely what we're seeing. Hopefully we can grab some green flag laps this time around. Adam Peeler will go door to door with Zach Evans, Chase Johnson, Corey Tessner will round out that second row. Mike Doyle, Mike Johnson in the third row with Dakota Pignataro and Timothy Conrad going to shaking out the final spot here, on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Back racing here this time around with the lights off on top of the base car. Peter the base car going to put in all the work here tonight possible. As he heard, there is no more tax on overtime. He's going to work every dime out of the I-85 Asphalt Series. Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite driver getting ready to rip and roar here through the LCQ heat race. You win the heat race, you get 10 plus points added to your total score. And every point is going to be necessary here tonight when you're playoff racing 2 weeks from now. Adam Peeler ready to fire back off. We're back racing here in the Nashville Fairgrounds in the Music City. The number 27 looking to the top side of the racetrack. That Chase Johnson, the two-time I-85 Asphalt Series champion, lurks in the second place spot. Here comes Zach Evans down on the bottom side of the racetrack. We'll go Corey Tessner. Door to door here. There is no caution flag here, ladies and gentlemen. The ticker has been broken for days now. Like they just managed to do it here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The number 6 of Zach Evans thinks better of it. He'll pull right behind the number 8 of Corey Riptide Tessner. Side by side down the back straightaway for the race lead. Chase Johnson sends it into turns 3 and 4. He's kind of got the advantage over the number 27 Nurse Aviator late model of Adam Peeler, and Adam Peeler's going to have to peel his way back into the front half of the pack. 12 laps remain here in the LCQ heat race. Caution laps do not count, so that's why you do not see any of the laps. And whoa, to go to Pignataro, big loose off the exit of turn 2 in this Ice and Fire number 99 late model. He's big loose on the racetrack again, and Timothy Conrad bugs the hole down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Timothy Conrad going to beat and bang his way up through the field here. He's won a better spot from better than last here. The Booty Scoot Racing Channel's LCQ heat race right now. It's Chase Johnson in full control here in Nashville. Working off the banking of turns 1 and 2. Everybody's single file group is going to be a factor here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel's Christmas Showdown. And hopefully Santa Claus brought everybody what they were looking for here tonight. Working off the banking of turn 2. Heading down the back straightaway, Zach Evans trying to lurk down this number 8 late model right in front of him. You're riding up the front nose cam of the Christmas machine of Zach Evans. The number 6 gets really down on the bottom side. Corey Tessner all over the place. What a shot here as you ride around the Nashville Fairgrounds. And they don't go here much anymore in real life because of the asshole neighborhood that lives around here, that all they do is bitch and complain about the sound of the race cars. Timothy Conrad hard on the outside, safe for barrier. He's loose on the bottom side of the racetrack in this old throwback Pontiac machine. He's trying to get it up and going around Dakota Pignataro. And we're shaking and baking back here for the 7th and 8th place spot. Ladies and gentlemen, if this doesn't show you exactly what you're looking for, don't know what to tell you. Adam Peeler still trying to cut into that race lead of Chase Johnson heading through turns 3 and 4. Everybody going to have to grip up their race cars, get them up and going here. Whoa! Michael Johnson, big time loose off turn 4 there. That'll open up the door from Michael Doyle. Mike Doyle on the outside here from Middletown, New Jersey. Stand up here if you're a Mike Doyle fan. 000 Christmas Machine trying to be nice here, not naughty. Christmas is right around the corner. Working that back bumper, that track, that Bass Pro Shop tracker number 40 late model Michael Johnson. And the two Mikes will beat and bang here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Five laps to go this time around on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel for Showtime Chase Johnson. And Showtime Chase Johnson out front here in the LCQ heat race. He is a two-time I-85 Asphalt Series late model stock division champion. He's won season 1 and season 2. He's got over 10 wins underneath his belt here in the late model stock division. Looks like he might have a chance to go home with an LCQ win underneath his belt here tonight. Adam Peeler been on the back half of 2 second-place finishes in I-85 Asphalt Series late model stock division heat races from Landrum, South Carolina. So a couple of Carolina kids battling it out here for the top 3 positions in Nashville. So kind of a long drive there, about 5 hours from South Carolina. Whoa, Corey Tessner using up all the rubber on this set of Goodyear. On this set of Hoosier rubber, excuse me. Goodyear would be absolutely treacherously mad at me if I ever try to call and compare them to the Hoosier rubber. The number 8 of Corey Riptide Tessner trying to get it up and moving down the back straightaway. Michael Johnson gonna have a handful here of Mike Doyle. If Mike Doyle can let it go down on the bottom side of the racetrack here. He's trying to make something move. 2 laps to go on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel for the LCQ heat race. Chase Johnson looking to score the heat race win here tonight. It looks like he's got the chance to do it if we'll stay green here. One more lap around. This time around on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel, it'll be Chase Johnson, big loose. Hit 3 and 4. White flag is in the air, presented by AFLGlobal.com. Chase Johnson's got to hold on to it. He was big loose through 3 and 4. Adam Peeler backs up 1 and 2. Can he get the run down the back straightaway? Chase Johnson gonna have to take it easy through 3 and 4. Don't want to throw it away right here. White flag, checker flag in the air. Chase Johnson to win the LCQ race here tonight in Nashville. Chase Johnson, the LCQ heat race winner here. He'll start in the 7th place spot for the A-Main. Coming your way right here on the Booty Scoot Racing Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Getting ready to go racing here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds. The warm-up session is in progress. Chase Johnson winning the LCQ heat race there. He'll start in the 7th place spot when we take the green flag here. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to go ahead and take a moment of silence, 16 seconds worth, as we want to go ahead and honor the life of Greg Biffle, who would have turned 56 years old today. Back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, things are getting ready to get down and dirty here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. We're getting ready to have the guys load up their late models and out on the grid for the driver introduction portion. Parts, the lights are on, fully illuminated as we get ready to go racing here tonight for the I-85 Asphalt Series Christmas Showdown. Happy holidays here from the I-85 Asphalt Series. If you can't get a great view up here, go ahead and get tonight's driver introduction portion part going here. Once we get everybody fully loaded up in the grid, looks like we're going to miss Everett Lard. There we go. We're going to get this front rows capped off here. Starting on the pole, driving the number 71 late model here tonight, Adam Fulford. Starting in the second place spot here tonight on the front row, driving the number 92 ACR late model, the two-time Maxxis national winner, Lane Woods. Rounding out the third place spot in the second row from Bristol, Tennessee, the hometown hero, driving the 01 Stacking Pennies podcast late model, Everett Larson. Driving the number 66 late model here tonight from NR3 Designs, that's the Union Beach driver, Neil Rutt. Driving the number 100 ACR late model down on the bottom side, that's the machine of Danny Willis. And on the outside of him, driving the number 02 Maynard Motors late model from Wilford, South Carolina. That's the 23-year-old of Nicholas Maynard. And starting in the 7th place spot here tonight, the LCQ heat race winner, driving the number 5 STI Johnson late model from Greer, South Carolina, Chase Johnson. And on the outside of him will be the Landrum, South Carolina driver, the number 27 Nurse Aviator machine of Adam Peeler. Zach Evans will round out the number 6 machine here tonight from Princeton, North Carolina, as well as Mike Doyle on the inside of him, and the 00 machine from Middletown, New Jersey. Corey Riptide Tessner looking to make something shake here tonight in the HendrickCars.com green and purple late model. Timothy Conrad, no number on the machine, the old throwback Pontiac booting and gooting out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, heading down into turns 3. He'll round out the 12th place spot. Driving the Fire and Ice number 99 late model from New Bern, that's Dakota Pignataro. Greg Wharton driving the number 96 Greg Biffle throwback from Thomasville, North Carolina, the Magic Man will start in the 14th place spot. Michael Johnson driving the number 40 Back Pro Shop Tracker late model will round out the final spot here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. It looks like we're going to have a 3-wide salute here tonight for Greg Biffle. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and take your hat off and salute a legend who lost his life tragically earlier last week in a plane crash. Today would have been Greg Biffle's 56th birthday. Three-wide salute here at the Nashville Fairgrounds for the great Greg Biffle. A tragic accident last week taking the life of a NASCAR absolute legend. He would have been 56 years old today. We will race here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds in honor of the Biff. Adam Fulford's going to be on the race lead with Lane Woods to the outside of him. One part-time driver up here in Adam Fulford, taking the pole here tonight on the regular season finale. So these guys are going to have to earn their money. They're going to have to go through the number 71 Everett Larson at the 3rd place spot in the 2nd row. He'll look to strike here as a part-timer in the 01 Stacking Pennies podcast. The hometown hero, born right there in Bristol, Tennessee. He'll take the short trip over here to Nashville, looking to make something shake here tonight. The lights are up on top of the pace car. The pit car will take the left on the pit lane this time around. You're watching the regular season finale, race number 7 of 10, live here from the Nashville Fairgrounds. Get ready to go racing here in Tennessee. If your favorite driver isn't already up and moving, you better get up and join him. Tons of fans out there in the fan zones looking to get their picture made, buying all of their favorite drivers' brand new merchandise. Here we go, folks. The Christmas Showdown for the I-85 Asphalt Series is green here in the Nashville Fairgrounds in the Music City. Side by side off the exit of turn 2. Everybody looks to hold on to their position quite well. No caution flag is in the air. The ticker is broken. We'll remind you that of all night here. We're still trying to figure that out and get it all fixed here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Everybody looks to hold it nice and cleanly here through turns 1 and 2. We're battling door to door here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Showtime, Chase Johnson battling door to door here with Nicholas Maynard. The Maynard Motors late model upstairs in the number 02 Dodge late model. Chase Johnson out on the bottom in the Chevy. Corey Tester trying to plug a hole where it doesn't belong, behind his team owner of Chase Johnson. This is the battle for the 5th, 6th, and 7th place spot. Look at these two guys side by side here at the Fairgrounds. Everybody else looking single file. Chase Johnson not going to give up down on the bottom side. Nicholas Maynard upstairs. Chase down low in the basement. Those steel bank doors here. Oh, Maynard big time loose there. Whoa, the Magic Man, Greg Warren, having to hold on to that race car right there through turns 4 off the exit here through the front stretch down turns 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we're up and moving here at the Fairgrounds in the Music City. Corey Tester down there in the Incredible Hulk number 8 Hendrick Cars.com late model. Chase Johnson will get himself clear around the can of Nicholas Maynard. And they'll have a whole different kind of battle. The battle this time around. Chase Johnson will back Nicholas Maynard up. Corey Tester will go ahead and take it well. Ladies and gentlemen, holy cow. Adam Peeler going backwards here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, starting in that 8th place spot. Contacts made there with Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson locked into the playoffs here down on the bottom side of this number 40 late model. We're 6 laps into tonight's Christmas Showdown, and not a lot of naughty and nice going on here. Nicholas Maynard trying to work back around Corey Tester. The battle's just not finished here for the 7th place spot. Meanwhile, the battle for the race lead is nowhere to be found. Lane Woods trails Adam Fulford down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Everybody looking single file till you get back here to the 7th place spot. Maynard back in the middle side of the racetrack, leaving a lane down there for Corey Ripside Tessner. 8 laps, gonna be 9 complete this time around. And everybody's got to get up and moving on their horse. It looks like we got a pack back here that is separated from the front half pack. Dakota Blitter gonna pick Natar on the fire, and Ives number 99 machine with Merry fucking Christmas on the back of it. Merry fucking Christmas to you as well. Dakota Pignataro throws it down into turns 3 and 4. The Magic Man trailing all over that back bumper, trying to get to Mike Doyle, but Mike Doyle going to make a move here. Whoa, 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 down on the bottom side. And that Christmas 00 machine, Mike Doyle, been on the move here recently in the I-85 Asphalt Series. Almost won a heat race 2 weeks ago. Back-to-back top 5 finishes here in the late model stock division. Meanwhile, the side-by-side battle continues up here for the 5th and 6th place spot. Corey Tessner battling a little bit of internet connection issues there. He'll continue to blink in and out there. The battle will dissipate. We'll move back here to the battle for the 9th, 10th, and 11th place spot where Michael Johnson, Mike Doyle, Dakota Pignataro continue to battle it out with the Greg Biffle throwback. Being driven here tonight by the Magic Man of Greg Orton from Thomasville, North Carolina. Up and moving up through the field right now. He's currently running around in the top 10th spot right now in the 9th place position. We talked to the Magic Man of Greg Orton before tonight the event started. He said he didn't know how to feel about the Nashville Fairgrounds. Never really turned some lap around here. But look at this battle back here between Michael Johnson, Dakota Pignataro. Door banging here. These two guys found each other last night in the Wheeling Modified Division. Excuse me, did not mean to hit the microphone like that and make it all buzz. And immediately, whoa, Dakota Pignataro will slap the outside of safe for barrier. He'll give the bumper to the number 40 of Michael Johnson. Ship him up the racetrack there, but Michael Johnson fights back, leaving off exactly where we picked up last night in the Wheeling Modified Division. These two guys just could not separate each other from one another. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a number 99 fan, you go out on the better half of that race as Michael Johnson went around head first into the inside safer barrier in the Wheeling Modified race last night. nobody's going to have a chance here at Adam Fulford. He is checked out to about an 18-car length lead over the number 01 of Everett Larson, who is taking the second place position over Danny Willis. So it looks like Lane Wood starting to go backwards here, maybe save a little bit of Hoosier rubber. Neal running to third in the fifth place spot right now, heading off the banking of turn 4 across the front straightaway to complete another lap. Everybody keeping it together here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel cleanly. That's what we're love to see here, heading down into turns 3 and 4. Looks like the battle for the third, fourth, and fifth place spot may come to fruition here, just like we're anticipating. Whoa, caution flag out on the racetrack. Parking lot here on the back straightaway. Michael Johnson is turned backwards on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and we've seen him and Dakota Pignataro banging it out earlier. Seen him two go and at it in the wheel and modified division last night. Did it come around here today? And holy shit, almost up and over for the Michael Johnson machine. Do not want to expect to see that happen here at a short track. We're heading through turns 1 and 2. Michael Johnson and the number 40 Bass Pro Shop machine heading down the track straightaway. Whoa! Looks like we had one already spun around. Michael Johnson runs right into Greg Wharton. So it looks like the Magic Man looks like he's going to be the one to start the wreck here. We'll back that ass up here with the Greg Biffle Throwback 96 machine of Greg Wharton. He was way loose off the exit of turn 2. He sideways parks it down in the back straightaway like a protester trying to save it. Tokyo drift style keeps it off the fence, and Michael Johnson, bam, nowhere to go, runs right into him. Dakota Pignataro slaps him up into the air. Caution flag flies here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. We'll back that ass up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel right along with Greg Wharton as he continues to try to hold on to this race car, beaten battered in the heat race. Goes around here off the exit of turn 2. Take a look. Back up in the traffic, Michael Johnson runs right into it. Dakota Pignataro slams into the number 40 of Michael Johnson, sends him flying into the air. The Magic Man seems to have the car up and rolling here. No other damage was done. Peter the Pace car heads off of turn 4 here for Adam Fulford. These guys are going to see what's in the works for him here as Michael Johnson continues to be stuck backwards here. Looks like he can't get it turned around. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Stick it right here. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel's I-85 Asphalt Series late model stock division. Here are the point standings coming into tonight's event. The top 8 drivers in the point standings will advance to the championship 3 finale races that we'll have in the coming weeks here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And while I'm thinking about it, I'll go ahead and pull up the remaining schedule. We're heading to the South Boston Speedway 2 weeks from now for 115 laps for the first playoff race. Guys, the point standings will be reset after tonight when we crown our final 4 drivers going to the championship race. And ladies and gentlemen, those will be seated based on the points. And ladies, we'll talk to the admin here. I'll have to shoot him a message real quick while we're pacing underneath the caution flag and see if we can't get those results taken to us at the end of the race. We'll have that installed right here for you. Guys, we're going to have to get it up and moving. Mike Doyle and Dakota Pignataro, these 2 late models from M&D Motorsports, working their way up through the field. They're currently up 5 spots apiece. We're going to have to be tied for the Hard Charger Award here tonight. It's going to be 20 points added to your total score if you could pull off that Hard Charger Award. Nicholas Maynard going backwards here 1 spot from where he started in this gold and black Maynard Motors late model. Try to get things shaken up here. It's going to be Adam Fulford on the lead with Everett Larson to the outside of him here. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to go back racing here at the Nashville Fairgrounds live here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Again, folks, do not worry about the ticker located in the top left It is broken. It should go back to caution, but hopefully it'll stay green for us. Back racing here in the Music City in Nashville, Tennessee. Everett Larson trying to get around Danny Willis. And this number 100 machine headed down the back straightaway. Adam Fulford has the race lead. Things seem to be up and moving again here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Everett Larson trying to go run down the race leader of Adam Fulford. Chase Johnson trails back here in the 5th place spot, trying to run down the number 92 of Lane Woods. But these two ACR teammate late models lined up 3 and 4 on the grid right now. They got a little bit of a gap between them and the 5th place spot of Chase Johnson, who rides back here with his teammate of Corey Riptide Tesner. Nicholas Maynard rides back there behind the number 8 machine of Corey Tesner. Mike Doyle trying to work his way up through the field here. 22 laps complete in tonight's Christmas Showdown here for the I-85 Asphalt Series late model stock division. Neil Rutt down the bottom side of the racetrack to pull right around. Zach Evans heading off the banking of turns 3 and 4. The front half of the pack back down in the turns 1 and 2. The number 100 of Danny Willis getting moved up out of the groove by his teammate of Lane Woods. Holy cow, down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Lane Woods goes trying to make something shake here, but he just can't get to that left rear quarter panel of Everett Larson. This is the battle for the 2nd place spot. And the more of these guys continue the battle out side by side. Adam Fulford's going to run away with the race lead. Everett Larson has a mirror full of this number 92 late model of Lane Woods. Lane Woods, the 2-time Maxxis national champion, trying to show his power here around the number 01 of Everett Larson, the hometown hero, who's running part-time here tonight. Battle back here for the 4th, 5th, and 6th place spot. Going to be with Danny Willis above them, with Lane Woods battling it out with Everett Larson. These 3 guys just can't seem to separate themselves from one another. Everett Larson sees 2 ACR late models in his rearview mirror, and he's just trying to block a lane down on the bottom side, but it looks like the number 92 will give him a shot out of turns 3 and 4 and ship Everett Larson up the racetrack. Lane Woods takes over the 2nd place spot down in the turns 1 and 2. A little bit of eating and banging headed on down here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And holy cow, what are you going to do, folks, if they move you? Everett Larson, a part-time driver here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Will he get back aggressive here with the full-time playoff contenders? Talked to Neil Rutt in the garage area before the green flag dropped here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds. The Union Beach driver makes the trip all the way down to Tennessee from New Jersey. He said it was going to be well worth it. The traffic in Jersey was the biggest problem from him. And the number 66 machine said they were going to look to take it easy here tonight, as he spent too much money on Christmas gifts, wasn't able to be able to have an extra set of Goodyear. The Hoosier rubber here tonight, they'll buy 1 extra set of tires. His team, will have to tell him to make it last. The number 66 looks like he may be doing that, but right now he's about 10 seconds off from the rest of the field. I take that back. He's about 5 seconds off from the guys in front of him, like Chase Johnson, Nicholas Maynard, and Corey Tesner, and Mike Doyle. This is the battle for the 7th and 8th place spot on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Meanwhile, Adam Fulford continues his dominating performances here in the I-85 Asphalt Series, leading another lap here in Nashville. Ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's first Christmas Showdown, fast and loud, we'll throw it down on the racetrack. There's a battle back there between Everett Larson and Danny Willis. The more you slap that like button, the louder it'll get. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel from the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Stock Division. Fast and loud. Everett Larson starting to go backwards here in the Nashville Fairgrounds in his hometown state of Tennessee. And whether that is by choice or ever by the Hoosier Rubber going away on that SPP01 late model, we're getting ready to figure out here. Looking to go around this time. We're 41 laps complete. They have absolutely been picking off green flag laps here quickly. It's going away, but we got a four-way battle here. This is going to be for the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and 7th place spot. Nicholas Maynard trying to enter the chat here on the bottom side of Corey Riptide. Tester, big loose off the exit of turn 4. Everett Larson, though, seeing what he's got in his rearview mirror. Chase Johnson trying to take it a little bit easy. The two-time champion. Been here before, worked his way through it. Adam Fulper, though, slowly approaching that lap traffic in front of him. Looks like going to be Zach Evans and these guys. Timothy Conrad in jeopardy of losing a lap here very, very, very soon to the race leader of Adam Fulford. If we ever get there, how will the lap traffic manage tonight's race? Will it cause some significant breakups within the field here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel? Everett Larson holding on to dear life here for this 4th place spot from Chase Johnson, with Corey Riptide Tessner trying to keep it away from Nicholas Maynard back here in the 5th and 6th place spot. We're 45 laps complete this time around on the Christmas Showdown for the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Stock Division. Hopefully we can keep these guys all together as the number 92 of Lane Woods in the 2nd place spot, and the two-time Maxis champion tries to run down the race leader of Adam Fulford. You see the gap there off the exit of turns 3 and 4. Well, off the exit of turn 1 and 2, down into turns 3 and 4. Adam Fulford has sailed away to about a 2.5 second lead here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Meanwhile, Chase Johnson blinking in and out here, battling some internet connection issues here, battling with Corey Riptide Tessner. Nicholas Maynard starting to lose a little bit of touch here with the front half of this pack. And the ladies and gentlemen, if you are brand new here to the I-85 Asphalt Series, to the Booty Scoot Racing channel, 2 weeks from now we will kick off the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Stock Playoffs, as well as the Wheel and Modified Playoffs. You can head on over to the YouTube page located in the top right portion of your screen and find all of the full races posted there, as well as previous seasons. However, what we were getting ready to tell you folks, a brand new point system, a brand new playoff format located right here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel here to come. It has made the season come down to absolutely mistake-free is what you had to be to make sure that you will have a chance here tonight. You've seen it earlier. We will remind you all of the playoff implications here to come. The top 8 championship drivers will race the next 3 races after being reseeded in the points reset for the playoff drivers only. Ladies and gentlemen, who will have the most consistent next 3 races, trying to have the better finishes here? Wins probably are going to mean everything here in the late model stock division. We've had 6 races and 5 different winners. Ladies and gentlemen, Braden Staley's got 2 wins. He is no longer full-time here on the I-85 Asphalt Series. Chase Johnson, this number 5 late model that you continue to watch this battle shake out right here for the 4th and 5th place spot, has one of these late model stock division wins. Whoa, trying to get around the lap traffic there of Timothy Conrad, and it looks like they are able to shake that one clear. So Timothy Conrad will lose a lap here underneath the green flag conditions at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Will the Hoosier Rubber come in effect here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel? We are desperate here to find out. Everybody not playing around here. Neil Rutt III is cutting some of the faster lap times right now on the racetrack. Just wondering when he's going to hit his mark. He's hit about a 19.22 that last time around for Neil Rutt III, the race leader, running a 19.28, almost a 19.30. So Neil Rutt III, he may be trying to hold on a little bit of something inside of this late model. He's gathered his way up to the 8th place spot. Meanwhile, Danny Willis trying to run down his late model partner in front of him, the number 92 of Lane Woods. Lane Woods starting to suffer a little bit of tire wear possibly. He is starting to fall off on speed and lap times. We'll check it this time around. A 19.09 for Danny Willis. He'll cut the fastest lap on the racetrack that last time around his teammate of Lane Woods, who's driving this number 92 machine, battling some internet connection issues. Lane Woods works his way through the line of banking of turns 3 and 4. Everett Larson, Chase Johnson, Nicholas Maynard, Corey Texter continue this 4-way battle here, nose to tail. at the Nashville Fairgrounds. We keep saying Super Speedway. We've been there tons of times, all on the other channels that we have here and we promote on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. But this is by far one of the better races we've had yet in the I-85 Asphalt Series late model stock division. Everett Larson's going to have to stay consistent here, continuously run the same line over and over again as these guys are beating all over the back bumper. Chase Johnson closes a little bit there through 3 and 4. They'll have to lift for a quarter panner of the Stacking Pennies Podcast 01 machine of Everett Larson. They'll go door to door here through turns 1 and 2, head down the back straightaway. Chase Johnson looking to grab this P4 spot over Everett Larson. The Scoot half the lane up the racetrack through turns 3 and 4. No contact made. Chase Johnson trying to get around this machine of Everett Larson, but Everett Larson fights back down on the bottom side. Everett Larson clears himself off the exit of turns 1, heading down the back straightaway off the exit of turn 2. That has brought the battle back here between Corey Texter and Nicholas Maynard back into fruition. Maynard plugs the hole down on the bottom side, and he'll get around the number 8 HitcherCars.com late model of Corey Riptide Texter. Pick and choose is how you're going to have to play here tonight. Chase Johnson tries to make a move around Everett Larson. He wasn't able to get it successful and plug a hole. That backed them up there to 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard and Corey Texter. And it was Maynard able to get the capitalized position there on that Dodge late model, but with the Maynard motor inside of it. Meanwhile, Adam Fulford catching lap traffic here again. He'll be on the back bumper here of the number 6 of Zach Evans. Zach Evans driving the Christmas scheme MR3 design, number 6 late model here tonight. He'll pull to the outside of the number 71 of Adam Fulford, playing it nice and fair here. The lap traffic will move right on out of the way for the number 71 of Adam Fulford. 61 laps complete here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. The Stacking Pennies Podcast late model trying to hold on to his position. They're slowly reeling in this number 100 ACR late model of Danny Willis, but does Danny Willis been told by his crew chief he needs to let off, try to save a little bit of rubber. Corey Riptide Texter trying to cover and run back down this number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time I have ever seen a Fire and Ice late model stock car before. I've seen Fire and Ice, but it's always been Trojan, and I've always been inside of something that is way more slick than this racetrack. The number 99 of Dakota Pignataro trying to work his way back up here to the front. His team has told him to take it really easy. The first 75 laps out of a scheduled 125 here tonight. Dakota Pignataro has done just that. He's starting to run a little bit better. He'll run a 19.29 that last time around. The car in front of him is going to be Mike Doyle in this 00 machine, who just runs a 19.29 to Neil Rutt's 19.50. So we should see a battle here building up very, very, very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, meanwhile, Adam Fulford battles around Adam Peeler. So the two Adams will go back and forth here. He'll lose a lap on the green flag run here from Landrum, South Carolina. So green flag racing, this is what will happen to you. You'll lose laps underneath the green flag condition. Meanwhile, Corey Tester's all over that back bumper of the 02. For the last 42 or so laps, Chase Johnson, Nicholas Maynard, Corey Tester, as well as Everett Larson have been nose to tail, trying to make something shake here. Nicholas Maynard coming into tonight's regular season finale on the cut line below it, needing 16 points to get to the championship 8 drivers. He's racing the number 40, of Michael Johnson, who's off of the racetrack a lap down. Not Michael Johnson, Mike Doyle, who's driving this 00 machine in the 9th place spot. So Nicholas Maynard has the advantage right now. It's only 2 spots better. According to my math, with 4 spots difference, Nicholas Maynard will need about 2 more spots to try to make up the difference here in points and hold on to it here with a shit ton of more racing here to go. Adam Fulford here comes back around the front straightaway, leads another lap. 4:69 complete out of the scheduled 125 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. High Rod Vodka through the restart zone. Glad, have them on board. This is the Booty Scoot Racing channel, wishing you a happy holidays here from the Nashville Fairgrounds. Everybody battling it out here. Corey Tester got back around Nicholas Maynard here on the bottom side. Maynard upstairs in this Dodge late model, trying to make something shake back around the number 8 HitcherCars of Corey Tester, but just can't get the run across the front straightaway like he could before. 70 laps complete. Corey Tester gets back around the kid of Nicholas Maynard here. He'll take back over. Looks like going to be the 6th place spot here on the Mini Scoot Racing Channel. The top 5 position belongs to Chase Johnson, with Everett Larson rounding out the 4th place position. Danny Willis and his ACR late models in the 3rd place spot, with Lane Woods, his teammate, right in front of him. They're still trying to patrol and run down the number 71 of Adam Fulford, who sails off the exit of turn 4, leading lap number 71 and 72 this time around. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll throw you back down here on the racetrack for tonight's final I-85 Asphalt Series regular season finale. Fast and Loud. Back here on the main broadcast, appreciate you sticking with us there through the Fast and Loud. Dakota Pignataro trying to make his way up here in the lucky dog position and keep it. He has just let the lap traffic, or the lead lap guy of Danny Willis in the 3rd place spot in this number 100 ACR late model around him. Heading through the banking of turns 3 and 4, Everett Larson rounds out the 4th place spot, still trying to hold off a hard charging Chase Johnson. Corey Riptide Tesner gets around Nicholas Maynard. He's put quite a gap on him here into turns 1 and 2. The battle for the 6th and 7th place spot no longer more here. Nicholas Maynard may have grown a little bit sour, may have burned up the Hoosier rubber on side of that 0-2. Maynard Motors late model. Meanwhile, Neil Rutt to 3rd. Riding here, looking at the ticker as we were underneath the Fast and Loud, has cut about 3/10 of a lap faster than the guys in front of him, all the way up to Chase Johnson. Neil Rutt to 3rd will run a 19:01 that last time around, and there is not a single person in the near bracket of Neil Rutt to 3rd. Does he have enough to make something shake here? If he's going to go, he's going to have to go now, because we got about 40 laps to go, and Neil Rutt to 3rd is trailing big time, about halfway behind the straightaway of the racetrack, of Adam Fulford. He's probably in jeopardy of going a lap down before he's even in jeopardy of continuing with the race lead. No more longer can you save here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. You're going to have to get up and moving if you really, really want it. However, the lap traffic may become a factor here for this 4th place position for Everett Larson and Chase Johnson. Everett Larson in this Stack and Pennies podcast 01 late model is going to have to defend his position here. How does Zach Evans play it in the number 6 Chevy late model? Does he stay to the outside here through turns 1 and 2? He'll roll the top side of the racetrack, being friendly here, but it's just not going to meet requirements here for all 3 of them. Somebody's going to have to lift up the gas. It's going to be Zach Evans. He'll allow all 3 of these late models to go down, but that'll bring Chase Johnson right to the back bumper of the number 01 of Everett Larson. The battle not going anywhere quite yet. Everett Larson's going to try to defend his position here, back up the corner a little bit more, save a little bit of Hoosier rubber. Do not overdrive it, because you have somebody in your rear view mirror. Everett Larson, a part-time driver, so somebody like Chase Johnson, a 2-time I-85 Asphalt champion, here in the late model stock division. How does he play? He's the points season champion. I mean, leader coming into tonight's event. He knows he has a spot in the championship 8 regardless of what happens. Corey Tessner, though, trying to make something shaking this number 8 HendrickCars.com late model. Nicholas Maynard below the cut line by 16 points, coming in above Mike Doyle, who currently runs right behind him in the 9th place spot. Mike Doyle trying to navigate his way up through the lead traffic here of Danny Willis. Mike Doyle's currently a lap down here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. I guess he just went down a lap through the green flag pit cycle. So Mike Doyle going to have to sit here in the lucky dog position and hope and pray for a caution flag here and a chance to go back at it here and catch the 0-2 of Nicholas Maynard. Meanwhile, Adam Fulford heading away with a race lead. He has put down lap traffic all the way up to 9th place here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Absolutely dominating here in the late model division. Danny Willis takes it down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Mike Doyle really starting to reel in this number 100 machine, so maybe Mike Doyle has saved a little bit of something here, maybe just a little bit too late. No going. He's cost himself a lap. He hope and pray to try to get something going, but Dakota Pignataro, his teammate, trying to make something shake. Whoa, Timothy Conrad down on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's got a flat blown right tire. He's trying to bring it down on the pit lane. Timothy Conrad looks like he'll take out on the outside of the racetrack here. He's got a flat right front tire. He's got a meatball. Will stay out on the racetrack here. Will get out of the way of the lead lap car, trying to battle it out for position. However, though, Danny Willis is all over his teammate of Lane Woods for this 2nd place position. Lane Woods complaining to his team right now. The car has come extremely tight. I cannot get down to the bottom side of the racetrack like I once could. Has Lane Woods, the 2-time Maxxis national winner and the 2024 Orange County champion, blown the Hoosier rubber off of this ACR number 92 late model, battling door to door here, trying to keep this number 100 machine behind him. He'll blow thirds 3 and 4, get up in the marbles. That'll give Danny Willis the position down on the bottom racetrack, and Danny Willis will succeed the 2nd place spot. Lane Woods blinks in and out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Danny Willis will move up to the 2nd place spot. He's got about 38 laps to go if he wants to go make something shake between him and Adam Fulford. It's not much of a lead gap there, Danny Willis may have a chance here. He's starting to slowly reel in Adam Fulford. He's got into a 2.3 second lead here, heading down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Adam Peeler and Dakota Pignataro battling it out here. This is the battle for the 11th place spot. Both of these drivers a lap down. The Nurse Aviator 27 late model finally getting a complete race here without being turned around in the main event. He'll get around Dakota Pignataro. Dakota Pignataro's in the marbles up on the top side of the racetrack. He's trying to get it off here. He's going to slide that outside safer barrier. No, he'll whip up out the gas. Traffic. You see it right here. You got a mixture of lap guys as well as lead car guys. Adam Peeler a lap down. Mike Doyle a lap down. Dakota Pignataro also a lap down at the tail end. But however, though, guys like Everett Larson trying to hold off the lap traffic guys in between him. However, Lane Woods has maybe had a little bit of an issue. He's backed up all the way to the 3rd place position. Everett Larson looking to make a move around him for the 3rd place spot. Everett Larson gets around the number 92 of Lane Woods. He battles some internet connection issues. Chase Johnson will plug the hole. Contact is made into turns 3 and 4. Lane Woods continues to blink in and out here. Mike Doyle in the lap traffic will let him fall back into position here. But that'll be Everett Larson now taking over the 3rd place spot, trying to save a little bit of Hoosier rubber. But here comes Neil Rutt to 3rd. That's exactly what he needs here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Guys, to continue to battle it out and slow it down for him. Zach Evans lets Corey Riptide Tessner by the lead lap car for the 6th place spot. Zach Evans currently running around the racetrack right now in the 12th place spot. A lap down, looking for a wave around if he could ever possibly get it. Adam Fulfer, though, setting sail on a mission here tonight in Nashville Fairgrounds, trying to put the music to his ears and head the victory lane. However, though, Danny Willis makes the move around his teammates, set sail, but now he's got some more company headed his way. That's Everett Larson, Chase Johnson, and Lane Woods, and Corey Tessner, and Neil Rudd, and these guys will have to have everything go perfect here tonight. 24 laps to go on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Does Danny Willis have enough to go run down Adam Fulford, who is checked out to about a 3.5 second lead here in Nashville? Whoa, contact almost made there in the turns 1 and 2. Corey Tessner, Lane Woods battling out. This will be the position for the 5th place spot. Lane Woods does not want to give up this top 5 spot to the number 8 of Corey Tessner as he is down there on the bottom side of that cut line. Corey Tessner needing every point possible. Trying to make something shake here on the back half of tonight's event. 20 laps to go. He'll have to run down Adam Fulford, who's halfway a straightaway in front of him. But Everett Larson chewing all over that back bumper. And trust me, I hate to say that word chew, but he's all over it. Eating some sponsorship wrap for dinner. The 0-1 down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Danny Willis has gone backwards here late in this number 100 late model machine. We apologize for the internet connection issue there. The number 100 of Danny Willis with 19 laps to go, in trouble here with Chase Johnson knocking on the back bumper. Chase Johnson wants the 3rd place spot from Danny Willis. Danny Willis will have no choice but to pull on over, hit it, and give it to Chase Johnson. Adam Fulford trying to keep on to the race lead here with 18 laps to go on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Everett Larson has ate into the race lead to about a 3.1 second lead since making that pass around Danny Willis. Isn't enough though. He's got plenty of time. He's going to have to go. Nicholas Maynard goes a lap down there underneath the green flag conditions. He was down on the cut line, and that may do it for Nicholas Maynard if he can't hold on to this position. He is now currently registered a lap down. The battle at the cut line was between him and the 00 of Mike Doyle, who is slowly eating into the cut of the Nicholas Maynard 02 machine. If Mike Doyle can get around Nicholas Maynard, whoa, big loose there for Mike Doyle, but he's able to hold on the racetrack. Zach Evans will look down on the bottom side of the 00 of Mike Doyle. What I was getting ready to say, Zach Evans going to take it away from me. He's going to take the position spot away from Mike Doyle. And what I was getting ready to say, the battle at the cut line between the 00 of Mike Doyle and Nicholas Maynard, with both of these guys being down 1 lap now, they'll have a chance to battle for it here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel if Mike Doyle can get there. But giving up spots to guys like Zach Evans and Adam Peeler does not help. 4 position is all Nicholas Maynard need to eat up the 16-point gap. But we'll see how things happen here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Plenty of racing here to go. Everett Larson going around what was the 2nd place driver of Lane Woods in the number 92, who has had that tight condition absolutely come to him here tonight. He says the wheel is at 90 degrees and he cannot get this thing to slow down in the corners. They have ate up a right front tire here tonight in Nashville. But on the march comes the number 66 of Neil Rutt III. He has moved up to the 5th place spot. 10 laps to go this time around, and he's got the fastest lap on the racetrack. His last time around, he will run a 19:10 to the race leaders, 19:17 of Adam Fulford. Does Neil Rudd have enough in this late model to get every point possible here? Racing Chase Johnson for that number 1 seed spot in the point standing for the playoff reset. Ladies and gentlemen, you're getting ready to figure out Adam Fulford coming off of turns 1 and 2. He's got a race lead of about 2.9 seconds. So Everett Larson continuing every bit of trying to put it together here tonight. Does the Stack of Pennies podcast late model have anything left here with 9 laps to go? Corey Tesner having a hell of a race here tonight. He's worked his way up to the 6th place spot. He's currently the last driver on the lead lap here with 8 laps to go. Corey Tesner needing a big night here tonight. He was going to have to take almost all the points possible to get him locked into the playoffs. He's done just a little bit enough to eat into it, maybe just enough, who knows, with a couple of the guys that was ahead of him doing worse than he has here tonight. Corey Tesner, he's going to have to stick around here tonight and hopefully have a shot at it later. Whoa, contact's made. Dakota Pignataro, Mike Doyle, and the caution flag flies. Holy shit, folks. In the middle, talking, the caution flag flies here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Mike Doyle, Dakota Pignataro, spin around here with 8 laps remaining here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, trying to get around the lap traffic. But look like going to be Lane Woods. Mike Doyle down here on the bottom side. Dakota Pignataro, looks like Lane Woods chases him all the way down the racetrack. Contact's made. Ships Mike Doyle around. Dakota Pignataro involved. And Mike Doyle does a 360. We'll back that ass up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Not sure why Lane Woods turned all the way down the racetrack and proceeded to turn around the 00 here. We'll back that ass up and take a look. Into turns 3 and 4. Mike Doyle goes up the racetrack there in his 00 Merry Christmas Santa Claus late model. We'll back that ass up one more time, see if we can't ride on board with Mike Doyle and take a look and see exactly what happened through turns 1 and 2 where disaster incurred in 3 and 4. A hard shot there as there goes Mike Doyle, 360 into turns 3 and 4. Neil Rutt barely able to get down on the brake there in time. The caution flag does fly here though tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. It looks like we will have about maybe 3 laps to go. We may be headed to overtime. Folks, stick it right here for the ending of the Christmas Showdown.
You can't believe it. Take yourself far away from nothingness, million miles from emptiness. Suffocate everything and complicate everything. They steal your fate every day, but you can't believe it. Take yourself far away from nothingness, million miles from emptiness. Remember the days of the innocence before it came in waves. Remember the trust that was blown away into oblivion. Remember love, remember hate, remember everything they said just to break you again. Remember all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel to the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Stock Division, live here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. The top 8 drivers coming into tonight's event located on your screen currently right now. Doesn't mean that's where they currently sit in the field. We'll have all that to you momentarily. We are getting ready to crown the championship 8 drivers, heading to compete for the championship over the next 3 races here in the I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Stock Division. We'll stay out of the overtime this time on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Thank the Lord. It'll be a 3-lap shootout here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Adam Fulford's going to be the race leader, and he has sailed away with about a 2.9 second lead, but it has been taken from him and reset here. Guys will have a chance, but it's the 2 part-time drivers going to be on the front row with Everett Larson coming into tonight's I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Stock Division race part-time. He's not in the championship playoffs, not on the point standings. Can he hold on to his position here and win his 2nd ever I-85 Asphalt Series Late Model Division race? Chase Johnson, the Season 2 and Season 1 champion for the Late Model Division, will have a chance at a race win here. He stole one at the Slinger Speedway. Can he do again here on a 2-lap shootout? Adam Fulford's going to have everybody behind him. Peter the Base Car will hang the left down on the pit lane. We are getting ready to go racing back here in the Nashville Fairgrounds. We're back racing for a 2-lap shootout in the Music City. Adam Fulford has the race lead through turns 1 and 2. Can everybody keep it nice and clean? Corey Tessner door-to-door with a Neil Rutt down the back straightaway. Neil Rutt's going to try to hold his position here in the middle side of the racetrack. Big Corey chasing up the racetrack. He'll do that. Corey gets loose. White flag is in the air, presented by AFLglobal.com. Adam Fulford will head down into turns 1 and 2. Everett Larson, Chase Johnson will have one more opportunity at the ascent bumper, the number 71 of Adam Fulford. Adam Fulford throws it down into turns 3 and 4 for the final time here tonight. He'll head off turns 4, checker flag in the air. Adam Fulford wins the Christmas Showdown. Adam Fulford sweeps the weekend here in the I-85 Asphalt Series division. He will win the pole in the Wheeler Modified division and the race. He'll take the pole here tonight, as well as the late model stock division race. The part-timer coming in here and spoiling the party here for the regular season. Adam Fulford goes to victory lane here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds in Nashville, Tennessee. I'll bring it across the front straightaway, see if we can't get a burnout for you fans. Adam Fulford sits on the pole here tonight, leads every lap at the Nashville Fairgrounds, and spoils the party here for the playoff drivers. Looks like we got a couple drivers out here on the front straightaway looking for some driver interviews. We'll go ahead and get those lined up and get those to you here momentarily. Adam Fulford wins it here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Welcome back here on the main broadcast for Liberty Scoot Racing Channel's I-85 Asphalt Series, a late model stock division, race number 7 of 10, regular season finale. We have just wrapped up here the Christmas Showdown live at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Adam Fulford sweeps the weekend here in the I-85 Asphalt Series division, winning the Wheeler Modified division race last night and the late model stock race here tonight. We got a pit reporter down there on the pit lane with the race winner, Adam Fulford. See what he has to say. Go ahead.
Down here in Victory Lane at the Nashville Fairgrounds with Adam Fulford. He'll go back-to-back and sweep the I-85 Asphalt Series here on the Christmas week for the I-85 Asphalt Series Christmas Showdown. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the number 71. Adam, kind of walk us through your race here tonight. You kind of set sail out front there. Green flag laps seem to be the key here tonight. You saved onto it the longest, and you find yourself in Victory Lane. Just kind of walk us through it.
Yeah, it's fun being able to race late model stocks again. It's been a while since I've been able to have a chance to actually race them. Qualified on the pole, had a good start. We had the early caution. Then after that, was able to get out front and then just kind of maintain the pace. And I'd sit there and watch the relative. If they get too close, I'd start push a little bit harder. So it was really easy to save stuff when you're that far out ahead. So it definitely gave me a huge advantage. And then when that last caution come out, I was like, I hope I saved enough. Fortunately, I did, but Everett was coming. He was a hard charger for sure. Yeah, it's good to sweep both races, especially on the Christmas week. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Couldn't do this without my sponsors, though. Sunset Pest Control, LNA Tire and Auto, CarQuest and Supply, Quality Mirror Welding, Rankin Race Engines, ECR, Coleman Designs for this awesome paint scheme he made me tonight. It's fun being able to race again against Chase, Neil, Corey, yourself, Everett. Good group of guys to race with, and hope I can get another chance to do this soon.
And that's the driver, the number 71 of Adam Fulford. He'll win it here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds. We'll scoot down here to the second place runner-up, the driver of the 01 Stacking Pennies podcast late model of Everett Larson. Almost the victory lane here tonight, Everett, as you celebrity guest here in your home state of Tennessee, to kind of walk us through what the 01 had here tonight for you to be able to drive back up to the field for a second place finish.
Yeah, man, it's been a couple months since I've done a race here at Nashville in the late model stock, but I'm just super happy that I was able to get a top 5 finish here. We qualified third, and I thought I was going to have a slightly better chance at getting the lead early on, but the 92 got by me, and then I just kind of let the 100 car go, and I just kind of rode around for a couple laps, almost got passed a couple times by the number 5, the Chase Johnson, and right there at the end, off the final restart, I did not know exactly when the pace car was going to fully pull off or whenever the 71 was going to go. So I completely, botched my restart there. That was all on me, but I'm just, congrats to the 71. He was really fast there. I was slightly faster. Man, maybe we had, 2 more laps. I maybe could have got him, but good win, and that was fun.
That's the driver of the number 01 hometown hero, Everett Larson, here in the state of Tennessee. We'll scoot down to the third place finisher, driver of the number 5 late model, 2-time I-85 Asphalt Series champion, Chase Johnson. Chase, looks like we'll go ahead and lock a spot into the championship at 8. You will compete to defend your championship here in the late model division. Just kind of walk us through what do you expect out of your STI Johnson late model team here 2 weeks from now at South Boston.
We expect a lot of hard racing this time of the race for a championship now, and I expect everybody to bring their A game, so I'm ready for it. We're ready to get around for another one, so team's looking forward to it, but just want to say congratulations to Adam once again. He was really, really fast tonight. I wish we could have qualified better. Honestly, we got loose in 3 in qualifying, and I honestly think we would have had the pole if I didn't get loose, but that's on me. Driver error. Car was super fast again, so appreciate the boys giving us another good fast car. And just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Hope that Santa's good to everybody, and we'll see you Friday night at Lime Rock.
Chase Johnson brings home a podium P3 finish here tonight, and he'll lock himself into the championship 8. We'll scoot down here to the driver, the number 100 ACR late model of Danny Willis. Danny, looks like you're looking on the board, and you'll go ahead and lock your way into a championship 8 drivers, as well. So just kind of walk us through what you went through here tonight in your ACR late model.
Yeah, we haven't had the luck the past 2 weekends, but finally found some this weekend. And we had a pretty good race. Started again, tires pushed a little too much at the end, but overall we had a pretty good race.
Danny Willis, driver number 100 late model, cannot drive in real life, but can here on the iRacing platform. He'll bring home a 4th place finish here tonight. Let's go back here to the top 5 finisher of Neil Rutt III. Neil, kind of walk us through this one right here. Was the late model just set up for a long run? Green flag stop there? Because, you just drove around everybody in the last 30, 45 laps in your late model. Just kind of walk us through it.
Yeah, we didn't know if we were going to make it on fuel there, so I tried to short pit and take a nice little top off there early, but I guess we didn't need to do it. So kind of lost out on all that track position, so I decided to ride around like I usually do till about 30 to go, and then we just dropped the hammer, picking off guys one by one. Pretty nice, showing out of us, top 5 going into the playoffs again. Seems like we're going to be going in the second position, just like the modified, so a little behind the 8 ball like we want. And onto the playoffs, and we'll try to get ourselves a championship here.
Neil Rutt III comes on board full-time for the first time in Season 3. He'll look to win his first ever championship here in the coming weeks at South Boston. Looks like the guys will reset the standings here for the top 8 championship drivers, and we'll have that to you out on the X account. Back up to the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, back up here to the booth on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We will send it to a quick commercial break and have all of the post-race show for you momentarily. Welcome back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel at the conclusion of the Christmas Showdown here live on the TikTok platform for the Booty Scoot Racing channel's Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. It was one hell of a show here tonight. They had a qualifying event, have one hell of a performance from Adam Fulford. He'll win the pole here, the number 71 late model stock car. Lane Woods got the second place spot, followed by Everett Larson. That was your top three drivers. Everybody below that sixth place spot went to the LCQ heat race that belonged to Chase Johnson. He'll bring home the win here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds for the LCQ heat race win. Adam Peeler was second in that heat race. Switching on over to the feature here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, saw Adam Fulford go to victory lane here in his number 71 late model stock division late model, and behind him was the number 01 of Everett Larson, able to hold off Chase Johnson there in the closing laps. A hell of a battle there between them and Corey Tesner. Chase Johnson brings home the third place spot here tonight on the Booty Suit Racing channel, and his number 5 Chase Johnson Racing late model. Danny Willis in the number 100 late model blows a right front tire there late in the closing laps of tonight's event, but he's able to hold on to that late model and grab a top 5 position, bringing home the P4 spot. Neil Rutt III played the different strategy, saved a little bit of Hoosier rubber, went way back in the field, drove up to the 5th place spot in a final 20 laps of tonight's event. Top 5 for Neil Rutt. Corey Riptide Tesner brings home looks like going to be the 6th place spot here tonight in his number 8 late model. Zach Evans brings home the 7th place spot in the number 6 with Adam Peeler checking out the 8th place spot in his number 27 late model. Mike Doyle, the 00, will wait his fate here momentarily to see if he will make the playoffs here tonight, coming in on the cut line. We will have those results for you in just a second. Dakota Pignataro brings home the final top 10 spot here tonight, finishing one lap down, and all of the MND Motorsport late models will finish 7th through 10th place. Lane Wood started in the 2nd place spot, almost grabbed the race lead there for a moment from Adam Fulford. The 2-time Maxxis National winner will have to wait and bring home the 11th place spot here tonight. 12th place spot going to the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard, finishing 2 laps down here tonight, blowing a right front tire from Walford, South Carolina. Timothy Conrad driving the number 35 machine here tonight will finish in the 13th place spot, with the Magic Man driving the Greg Biffle throwback from Thomasville, North Carolina, wrecking harder to the outside. Save for Barry, he'll finish in the 14th place spot. Michael Johnson will round out the 15th place spot here tonight, with Colton Brooks having alternator issues, not able to get out onto the racetrack from Moxville, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. From the Nashville Fairgrounds, we wish everybody a happy holidays here. Are you ready to find out your playoff drivers here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds on the Booty Scoot Racing channel? We have them. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be bang, bang, bang. Chase Johnson, Neil Rutt, Danny Willis, James Fountain, Dakota Pignataro, Lane Woods, Michael Johnson, and Mike Doyle getting into the playoffs there with the reseed, with the points reset already on there for you guys. Holy cow, it's going to be an epic 3 races here to come on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll go ahead and bring up the remaining schedule for you guys. Headed to the South Boston Speedway 2 weeks from now for 115 laps here in the I-85 Asphalt Series late model stock division. They were headed to the USA International Raceway, aka Lakeland, and they were finishing it all out at the IRP Raceway. Looking to be one hell of a show here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And then coming weeks, we have our 8 playoff drivers crowned here tonight in the I-85 Asphalt Series Christmas Showdown. We appreciate everybody watching. Have a great, happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. We'll see you Friday night at the Lime Rock Raceway Park for the Madness Racing League TNA Total Nonstop Action Truck Series Road Course Race.